If you've journeyed through the gateway experience, you know the milestones. Focus 10, mind awake, body asleep. Focus 12, expanded awareness. Focus 15, the state of no time. Focus 21, the bridge to other reality. But many practitioners eventually hit a wall. They wonder, where do these focus levels actually come from? How far do they really go? And what is the actual mechanism that causes human consciousness to expand from one level to the next? Today we are diving deep into a rare and profound piece of Monroe Institute history. We're exploring a text assembled by Daniel Erickson, based on the transcripts of the legendary Explorer sessions. In these sessions, a non-physical entity known as Miranon revealed a mind-bending cosmic blueprint that explains the entire architecture of the universe. In this masterclass, you will learn the true hidden geometry of the gateway levels. You will discover the exact meaning of the 7 resonant colors. And most importantly, you will learn the secret childlike mindset required to consciously move your awareness up the spectrum. If you want to take your gateway practice beyond the tapes and into deep cosmic understanding, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's expand our consciousness together. Part 1. Who is Miranon? To understand this cosmic map, we have to go back to Robert Monroe's Explorer project. Bob placed highly skilled subjects into deep, altered states of consciousness inside his isolation booth to map out the non-physical realms. During one of these sessions, an explorer channeled a highly evolved, non-physical entity. When Bob asked for an identity, the entity replied, "I am Miranon. I am at level 46. We do not have physical form." Miranon didn't just give vague philosophical advice. He provided a highly structured, mathematical, and geometric map of consciousness. He explained that all of reality, including the exact focus levels you experience in your daily gateway meditations, is organized into groups of 7 resonant colors. Let's look at exactly how this map is built. Part 2. The geometry of expansion. Here is the first major paradigm shift you must understand. Miranon's map isn't a vertical ladder. You don't climb up and leave the lower rungs behind. As former Monroe Institute director Nancy McMonigal illustrated based on these sessions, the geometry of the resonant colors is actually a series of expanding concentric circles. Imagine a stone dropped into a perfectly still pond. The dense, physical plane is the center point. As consciousness increases, it ripples outward, encompassing more and more of the universe. This concept is called encapsulation. This means that when you reach a higher level of consciousness, you don't abandon the physical world. You include it. A being operating at a higher level still contains all the levels below it. Every time you move up a focus level in Gateway, your circle of awareness is literally expanding to hold more of reality at once. Part 3. The 7 colors and the 49 levels. Miranon explained that there are 7 main planes of existence, each represented by a color. Within each color, there are 7 sublevels. 7 times 7 gives us 49 distinct levels of consciousness. To make this easy to follow, we can group these 7 colors into 3 distinct phases: the earthly, the transition, and the cosmic. Let's break down where your gateway focus levels fit in. Phase 1. The earthly levels: red, orange, yellow. 1. The red plane, focus 1 to 7. The physical foundation. This is the baseline of physical matter. It is the consciousness of minerals, plants, and basic cellular awareness. When you first lie down to meditate and feel the heavy weight of your body, you are anchored in the red plane. 2. The orange plane, focus 8 to 14. Instinctual awareness. This is the animal state, driven by survival, base emotions, and the nervous system. When you enter focus 10 and focus 12 in Gateway, you are actively transcending this orange plane. You are teaching your mind to detach from base physical instincts, allowing the body to sleep while the mind expands. 3. The yellow plane, focus 15 to 21. Human consciousness. This is the realm of intellect, ego, and our earthly life lessons. Focus 15, the state of no-li time, sits right in the middle of this plane. It's where you use your intellect to manifest and solve human problems. This plane caps off at focus 21, the bridge to other realities. Focus 21 is the absolute edge of physical time and space. Phase 2, the transition, green. 4. The green plane, focus 22 to 28. Belief systems and the afterlife. Once you cross the bridge at focus 21, the rules change completely. The green levels are about revealing the hidden, unconscious parts of our psyche. This is the realm of the afterlife. Focus 27, known as the park or the reception center, sits here. It's where souls go after physical death to comprehend the completion of their earthly lessons, finally free from the heavy friction of the physical world. Phase 3, the cosmic, blue, indigo, violet. 5. The blue plane, focus 29 to 35. Larger organizations of thought, non-physical realms where human forms and earthly identities are no longer needed. 6. The indigo plane, focus 36 to 42. 2. Deep collective consciousness, connecting with the macro-level energy of entire species or planetary systems. 7. The violet plane. Focus 43 to 49. The ultimate collective, pure, unadulterated cosmic union with the source. Remember Miranon? He stated he resides at level 46, placing him right in the middle of this ultimate violet plane. Part 4. The secret to Ascension. Now that we have the map, we face the most important question for any practitioner. How do we actually expand our circle? How does consciousness increase from one color to the next? According to Miranon, the barrier to our evolution is a concept called friction, and friction is created by how we interact with the events in our lives. Friction is created by the evaluation of an event. To grow, you must interact with events in a childlike manner. Let's break that down. When an event happens in your life, a sudden job loss, an argument, an unexpected challenge, most of us react with our adult egos. We immediately evaluate it. We judge it. We say, this is a disaster, or this is unfair. We bring our deep-seated belief systems to the table. This judgment creates emotional friction. Friction makes your vibration dense and heavy, keeping your consciousness trapped inside the lower, tighter circles of red and orange. Miranon explains that to move higher, you must interact with events as a child does. A young child doesn't evaluate a sudden rainstorm as good or bad. They don't have the ego or the bias to judge it. They simply observe it. They experience it with a sense of pure wonder and curiosity. If you face a major life event and say, this is happening, what is the lesson here? Instead of, this is terrible, you absorb the pure lesson of the event without judgment. You completely remove the friction. By doing this, your personal vibrational frequency naturally rises. You complete the resonance of your current color, and your consciousness organically expands into the next circle. This is the precise mechanical process of spiritual evolution. Part 5. The Raft in the Ocean. This concept of events and friction leads directly into one of the most profound analogies in the entire text. As you use the childlike mind to expand into the highest colors, blue, indigo, and violet, how do you comprehend a reality that has no physical bodies? Miranon uses the analogy of being stranded on a raft in the middle of a vast ocean. The ocean represents pure, infinite energy. The raft represents your consciousness, floating within that energy. Time is the shoreline you left far behind. Time is merely the measurement between two events. In the higher planes, there are no events. Down in the lower red and orange levels, you have physical landmarks, bodies, days, nights, and ticking clocks. You have events that create friction. But out in the deep ocean of the higher resonant colors, there are no physical landmarks and no physical events. Because time is just a way to measure the distance between events, time completely ceases to exist. You are just pure consciousness, navigating an endless sea of pure energy. By expanding your circle up through Miranon's 7 colors, you are pulling your perspective back, widening your focus, until you can see the entire infinite ocean at once. Part 6. Beyond 49. So is Focus 49, the absolute end of reality. Miranon reveals a stunning truth. The focus levels above 49 are actually a reflection of the levels below it. The upper perspective is from the viewpoint of pure, unified consciousness, peering in, making loving observations on the lower 49 level. It is the ultimate macro view of existence, looking back at the pond where the ripples first began. Part 7. Practical application. How does this impact mankind physically? That was the question Robert Monroe always asked. The focus levels in the 7 resonant colors aren't just for deep meditation or out-of-body travel. They are the underlying mechanics of how we experience any event in our daily lives. Daniel Erickson breaks down a brilliant everyday example to show how we sequence through the colors just to interact with reality. Think about something as simple as visiting a friend in another city. This is the spark. The idea comes before the idea. You realize the opportunity exists, and you formulate the intention. I should visit my friend. This is the pure, objective reality of the situation, free of judgment. 2. The red level, the goal. This is your internal reaction and your motivation. You reflect on the blue level and decide this is a good idea. You feel the excitement of the trip. Your spirit, heart, and mind align with the action. 3. The yellow level, initiation and balancing. Now you bring the idea into the physical world. You balance your inspiration with the logistics. You call your friend, arrange the time, and set expectations. You are reconciling the inner reality with outer logistics. 4. The rose level, acknowledgement. You arrive and meet your friend. The rose level is the heart center. You establish rapport, exchange greetings, and find common ground. You make the meeting real by connecting through empathy and acknowledging the relationship. 5. The green level, petition and exchange. Because the relationship is beneficial and exchange occurs, you share stories, gifts, or favors. You balance the scales of the relationship, healing any old distance between you. 6. The purple level, fulfillment. The meeting reaches its peak. In a true win-win scenario, both parties thrive. You have grown from the interaction, and your consciousness has evolved slightly just from sharing this experience. 7. The white level. Closing. The visit ends. You transition out of the event. You say your goodbyes and transition back to your normal state of being. The session is closed. You see, you are moving through the 7 resonant colors all the time. Every event, from a profound cosmic meditation to having coffee with a friend, follows this exact sequence of intent, reaction, balancing, connection, exchange, fulfillment, and closing. When you learn to recognize these colors in your daily life, you become a conscious co-creator of your reality. Miranon's blueprint proves that the gateway experience is a profound, structured science of spiritual evolution. You are learning your life lessons in the yellow, clearing your hidden blockages in the green, and tapping into the infinite ocean of the violet. If this masterclass gave you a breakthrough perspective on your practice, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Have you ever noticed yourself cycling through these colors during a daily event or meditation? Drop a comment below and share your explorer experiences. But this is only the framework. In part 2 of this video series, we are going to walk through the exact detailed breakdown of every single focus level, directly from the entity Miranon itself. We will start at the very beginning with focus 0 and travel all the way up the 49 levels, exploring the universe exactly as it is laid out at the end of the book. Make sure you have hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Keep exploring, keep your wonder childlike, and I'll see you in part 2.